Getting unmuted.
Folks, welcome into Trainwreck Today, the show that breaks down sports, the show that breaks down reality and everything in between. We are live here at Bruckman Studios in Hamburg, New York, but we are launching and we are excited to be here. Big thank you to Trainwreck Sports and Herd of Buffalo for throwing us on, but big thank you to my co-hosts in this venture as well. You recognize the man on my left, your right, Slick Saturday, and of course, on the ones and twos, producing that magic like nobody can, producer Don, the Dreamboat. We are all ready to set sail. Boys, I know that this is a little different for us. I know people are screaming these corporate sellouts. I knew they were going to do it. But you know what, Slick? At the end of the day, sometimes you just got to take that paycheck and make that money count.
This is the first time I've heard the word professional this many times in a week. I'm not used to it. Still getting adapt here. But yeah, if you want to say we sold out, yeah, we sold out for the good product for the people, because that's what we always deliver. Nothing changes on that aspect, Don.
No, nothing changes at all. You can just see our beautiful faces clearer than ever. Hear our nice, lush tones clearer than ever. And we're giving the people what they want. I mean, this is what everyone wanted. They've been clamoring for it. So here we are in studio, episode 1. Episode 1.
Let's go.
Episode 1. Come on.
We're having a great end to our week here at the studio. You know who's not having a great end to our week? We got Bill Belichick looking to avoid the worst start in UNC history. There he is. And another unfortunately upset white man is probably Steve Ballmer. $50 million tab that is kind of unexplained with Kawhi Leonard. It seems like that's only getting deeper. We got the NFL underway with that action last night. The NFL is back, and people are spitting on each other, gentlemen. Slick, what was your thoughts when we had that first play? We had a guy down for the season, essentially, and we also had a flag on the play.
Yeah, well, obviously you hate to see a player go down so early in the game, especially first game of the season. And then I honestly was 10 seconds late turning the game on, guys. So I came into absolute debauchery.
Mayhem.
I hear player so-and-so is ejected from the game for spitting. And now I'm locked in on the edge of my seat, like, just show the replay, please. I don't know if that's a kosher thing in the NFL, asking for a replay on something like that. But I was ready for it. And then when I saw it lived up to all expectations, get him off the gridiron, but I gather there was more to it than just the initial.
Apparently, there was some preemptive act. We're gonna get down into this more too. We live in like the worst era for like costs going up and stuff like that. But when it comes to HD footage of interactions that we really don't need to know as much about, we're in the greatest era. We get all the detail. We get that beautiful. I used to call it 480p. Now it's 4K, 8K. Don, talk to me more about maybe a second spitter in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the review of the footage, and this morning I woke up to Dak spitting first, apparently. Second spitter. There was a second spitter, a second camera angle, and he didn't spit on him. He might have spat at the feet, but yeah, it kind of...
He spit on us. And I screamed out, I'm it!
Yeah, so it was just like the Seinfeld episode. Two guys getting spit on at once, and my reaction though, player hurt for the maybe rest of the season.
Yeah, it didn't look
Their
good.
biggest defensive lineman going out early. I mean, do you realize the dollar signs Vegas was seeing in their eyes?
Oh my God.
The splits for that game were like 9% was on the spread alone. Like, I instantly was like, oh, Vegas is loving this. One game in, they paid for the season, potentially.
Yeah, it was off to the races last night. But then we have off to the races. We got scoring nonstop. All of a sudden, 45, 44 points at half. All of a sudden, we get a stoppage in the second half. Slick, how are you feeling? You had to have been hitting a crescendo there, and then all of a sudden they just pull out your legs from under you.
I was like, damn, we're starting to actually get a game here from this NFC least, as they like to call it, I believe. But Then the lightning delay, I was reminded of Chiefs-Bills. I was hoping, maybe we'll have a quick 20. We'll be back on the field here. But no, they were saying game could pick back up at 11:30. I'll tell you what I did, Maniac. I did the responsible thing and went to bed.
I agree. It was completely irresponsible. The irresponsible thing the NFL did, not just talking about the red zone commercials, which are coming back, telling us the game is like good to go at 10:45, but it's going to start at 11:30. Like, what are we talking about? I understand we need players to get stretched out. I understand player safety. But, Don, like, the NFL cannot get you going like that and then just pull you out of the situation. They know the rules, and they knew they were breaking them last night.
Yeah, I mean, it was night and day, the first half and the second half. First half, it was scoring nonstop. I thought, if you watch Donna and Slick's picks, I picked the over. I think it was at 44.5. I'm like, this is great. We got 41 points in the first half, and we get hooked.
Yeah,
with just
absolutely
losing all momentum. Absolute snoozer. I didn't stay up either. I mean, the Lightning. I can't. It's a very, very lackluster opening for the NFL. It was all packed. It was like a TV show. Too much in Act 1. We had spitting. We had injuries. We had all the scoring.
Touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah. Act 2 was terrible.
Offense was defense was optional in the first half. Defense was apparently on to cue the cue in the second half. So it was very odd.
I'll tell you what, Don,
interesting start to the season.
Said on Don and Slick's picks that total point was going to be right around 45. We end up with 44. I know the Eagles didn't get the 8.5, 8 mark, but good start for Don and Slick's picks thus far.
Yeah, I was eating at 7-Eleven this morning. Tough day.
Decent start to the NFL though, and then they're back at it tonight. So the NFL's got to control this whole weekend. We got Chiefs Chargers. Now this is a matchup that Bills fans, the Mafia, are going to be very invested in. So we are obviously looking for any Chiefs blood, any way we can get it. Despite the fact that this Chargers team is expected to make some noise this year.
Yeah, I mean the spread says it all, right? Only 3. I think also there's a bunch of other factors to that. Don and I kind of went over in the picks video as well. The Sao Paulo snooze fest I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Players, I don't know about jet lag because I like to think they're on like a similar time zone somewhat out there.
It's more north-south than east-west.
A lot of travel, some condition you're not used to, divisional matchup. Coaches know the teams very well, even though you got new guys. I think the Chargers looking to make a statement here. This is just big for the AFC as a whole for Bills fans, not just looking at the Chiefs. You got 2 potential opponents in the playoffs coming down the line. But I'm curious what your thoughts are, Don. Obviously, this big match with hopes on the 1 seed for the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, we got Herbert. He's showing Kelsey, you're not the only one that can date a celebrity.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's bringing his babe down there too. I mean, I'm all about the Chargers. I think it's their time. I know people are just going to think, typical Buffalo fans, they're Chief haters, but no, they look good last year. They have a great coach around. +3 says it all. I do think it's again suspicious that they're taking a home game away from them. They're never taking a home game away from the Chiefs.
Never.
We know that, and that's a damn shame. But go Chargers, and Friday night NFL football. They're just pretty soon it's going to be 7 days a week.
I feel like when we were growing up, Friday nights were awesome for TV. Now they've become an afterthought. There's no characters on. This is the best way to get characters on. The NFL, you got Andy Reid, you got Mahomes, you got Kelsey, you got Herbert, you got Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh was like the only coach who anyone who ever says McDermott should be fired ever, they could have gone and got him in that regard. So a lot of good characters. You boys are on the Chargers. So this isn't with conviction. I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, I'm on the Chargers.
Yeah, well,
it's hard not to be with your heart. By the way, it looks like about 3 out of 5 people are on the Chiefs via our odds predicting future at Polymarket there. So very interested to see there. But we're rolling on with NFL talk and everything into this weekend. So obviously we got week 1 going against college football. I feel like this isn't really a fair matchup. If you're asking the college football Saturday versus the NFL, Sunday of it all, Don, which is always a popular argument. Do you ever shy towards that Saturday as maybe being the better day during the football weekend?
Well, Saturday is different because, like the Sunday, you have the 2 slates, right? And then night. The way college does it now, you're starting at noon, and before even the noon games end, you have 2 o'clock comes around.
It's very staggered.
It's very staggered. Hypothetically, you can be watching college football nonstop from 12 p.m. to 2 in the morning with the Mountain West games. So, I mean, if you're looking for time on the couch and the brisk weather is already upon us, that's there. But college, it's just there's just so much opportunity. If you're a sports gambler, that's what it is. There's not just 16 games. We're talking hundreds.
There is literally a full slate, which we'll get into in a bit. But before we do, we'll get into more football. We obviously have Bills-Ravens talk on tap. That is the theme of the weekend as everyone gets ready for this inaugural NFL weekend for the Bills' 60th season. But I have to put you guys to the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
With this cold weather here, is summer over? Western New York is on a downspell, Slick. I know you're a guy who likes to get out in the bathing suit.
Come on.
Slick, it hasn't been above 74 in 2 weeks.
We'll walk outside after the show's over, and you'll see the downspell.
Yeah, but you know Western New York does that where it's like temperature's really 71, feels like it's 76.
Okay, all I'm saying, once we play our first football game and then have a week of sub-60 temperatures, I'll give you the downspell. I'll even go as far as to admit it's fall already, because that's what it probably is at that point. There's no real transition. It's summer and then leaves start falling, brother. There's no gap period. There's no bridge. I don't think it's over.
Am I taking crazy pills? He doesn't want to admit summer's over, but he could admit it's fall already.
Do you see this?
I did wear pants on August 29th, though, which kind of sucks.
I woke up on my birthday. It was 48
That's
degrees.
the only day, though. 40?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it was. There's a frost warning.
There's frost on
I
your
never
ass?
had that on my birthday.
Maniac, you see this?
That's how you...
The burgundy
Never had
coat has come out.
Mother Nature.
Yes, see, I mean,
Speaking
now,
volumes.
this is
right?
a weaponized time.
The
for
velvet
Dreamboat
coat is
because
out.
This is
Yeah.
this
We
is a
wear that
peak
all
for
the
your
time.
for your wardrobe. This is where you really start to shine.
I love summer, but I grew up in Western New York. I got a lot of good fall and winter clothes. So want summer to stretch on, but guys, for the Sunday night game, we're looking at like a low of 46, 45.
Slack.
By the
Oh,
time
yeah,
kickoff
that's
hits,
That's
it's
kickoff.
That's 10 degrees away from
kickoff. It's
freezing.
8:20 p.m.
Slick, when was the last time you went to a Bills home opener and at kickoff and it was 46 degrees?
Probably like the last one.
The 31st of February?
Oh, home opener?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got down there on the last.
Exactly.
No, this is during the day.
Exactly.
The fur coat,
Exactly.
the fur coat's going to be coming out before you know it. So.
You could be in the
Dude,
shorts and fur coat
you wear
this
that
weekend.
during the summer, don't
I
you?
might, just might.
You wear that during the summer.
Don't tempt him with a good time. But we'll get
No,
into
this
it.
is velvet.
Weather
I wear my purple
Foot,
coat.
foot.
That's lighter.
I need a little
Mother
boxing belt.
Nature
I need a boxing belt.
sees
at the
your
ring.
birthday on the calendar, and she's like, "Yep, time for fall."
And she's like, bet.
Yeah, loves it.
absolutely.
Yeah. You want Brock, you got
So
him.
speaking of bet, you can bet that it'll be entertaining in Orchard Park on Sunday Night Football. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen going head-to-head. 3 of the last 4 MVPs awarded to these two. Old fact check that with the intern.
Just
That's why we
Mahomes
got a great
otherwise.
team behind us. With that said, obviously,
1, 2,
fireworks guaranteed. The tailgate will be amazing. Game day Buffalo. We got a lot going on there. But Slick, what are you expecting? What is the biggest storyline that's sticking out to you right now in this game?
Storylines, obviously, the MVPs. And the fact that this was the Ravens' last game coming into Highmark last season, the drop with Mark Andrews, a lot of stuff around that last game and the MVP discourse. But I really think it all comes down, like we both know the offenses are so well-rounded on each side. Run game's good. It's explosive. Dual threat quarterbacks can scramble, can pass. I think it's about who can contain them the most and the best. Obviously, for me, that comes down to the linebacker side with the Bills. Matt Milano looking healthy again. Hopefully he can stay that way and play a big part in this game. And captain coming back again, Terrell Bernard. Those are two huge guys that I'm looking
I thought
for.
Ferdinand was about to be in the building over here.
Dude, I wish his gong hit. But no, those are two guys that are going to be crucial if we want to stop Derrick Henry, Lamar, or any guys on this offense. Zay Flowers,
That
you
kind
can
of
name
gets
them all.
lost in the mix. We have a trouble stopping Lamar for sure. We have gotten a couple of opportunistic, turnovers and things like that. But Derrick Henry absolutely obliterates Buffalo.
Yeah, and you want to talk about getting to Lamar and stuff. Some new guys on the edge and on the D-line is here. Our guy Joey Bosa looking for a 20-sack season. What better way to start off than Sunday night against one of the most dynamic QBs in the league?
Couldn't agree more. Speaking of getting started off, make sure you're getting started off on your weekend by following Herd of Buffalo and Trainwreck Sports for all the entertainment to come this fall. Don, speaking of entertainment to come this weekend, we obviously have the Zach Gherkin Band performing at Game Day Buffalo. We'll have our pregame show live. And what are your biggest objectives there before we get into the objective of going 1-0 against Baltimore?
Well, there's a lot to be accomplished. we got to get there early. All starts with a good night's sleep Saturday. All starts with rising and shining, nice healthy breakfast, some eggs, some protein, maybe a little avocado, get some healthy fats in there.
No granola bars.
Yeah, that's for later in the day. And then we're going to get there early. We're going to be setting up. We're going to be getting our content. We might be putting Slick on another mission.
Oh,
if you've seen our GTA video.
Are you ready for another mission?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
He's gained some respect. Can he get enough money to get into the game, though?
Gain some
like that.
endurance, it looked like. Yeah, there will definitely be a mission inside the Game Day Tailgate. There always is. I have confirmed departure time with my crew for 12 o'clock noon on Sunday.
Okay.
So
arrival about 7.5 hours before. Are you satisfied with that time? How are you feeling about
I'm
that
satisfied
timetable?
with that. I proposed it, actually, because knowing my group, it could end up as a 12:45 departure.
That group does
even
party.
11 could have been suggested. But yeah, no, satisfied with it for sure. Gives me plenty of time to take it all in. New season. Lots right next to the stadium, too, before I make my walk. So take that new stadium all in, all the improvements there.
Yeah.
Looking
Guys,
forward to it.
I think, call me bold. I think we're getting an AFC championship preview this weekend.
You were mentioning this
Is
in
it
the
bold?
production meeting. You think that this, and did Mike Bunt also say, did someone also tweet this out from Trainwreck?
I think Mike Bunt did say this is the year the Bills grab the 1 seed and Chiefs don't make it. It's going to be Baltimore and Bills.
Talking about odds, AFC championship winner, the favorite are the Ravens. Plus
I saw this.
325.
I saw this.
Right behind them, Bills plus 350. I think Vegas has it right. I think we're going to see, they're not a divisional opponent, so we play them once, and we're going to see them to start the season, and then somebody's season is going to end come January.
I want to believe Don Slick, but I'm sorry. I cannot. Like, the Chiefs, they're the Undertaker at WrestleMania. They're Roman Reigns from 2020 to 2024. I just cannot see them dead until they're in the ground. Like, honestly, I don't care how bad the season starts for them. I don't care if they stumble out of the road, go 0-2. Until they are literally mathematically eliminated out of the NFL season, I can't take my eye of Sauron and look anywhere else.
Yeah, that's a tough comparison, though, because The Undertaker even once went into a vegetative state and still came back.
He's been buried alive multiple times.
Multiple
and
times.
he's come back. So The
Multiple
Undertaker
times.
is kind of but they're doing it again. They're burying the Chiefs with, the third worst odds, as Don said here. An MVP effort here, but Don with the promotion there. But also, speaking of MVP, we had Lamar getting asked about the MVP, Don. Did you yank this one?
I did. So, 2024, our boy, JA17. 2023, Lamar. 2022, Patrick Mahomes. Now, here's the question. Who was 2021?
It was, Lamar
It's
was 2020.
It's gonna bring a nice little chuckle to yourself. Who was 2021?
Oh, man.
I'm losing it.
Yeah, me too.
I'll give you a hint. He's a lot of people say he's pretty washed right now. And he's in a whole new place.
Why did I think Russell Wilson?
Because he's also washed.
He is washed.
But he took his place.
Oh.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
2021.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder
Yeah,
I never
during-
guessed
That was the one where Allen finished second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Lamar was the year before as well, I believe.
Yeah, Lamar was 2020 for sure. What a run of MVPs. And Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers is the drunk dragon head of those three out of that mix.
But there you go. 4 of the last 5, all AFC.
Yeah,
all
it's
AFC.
tough. It ain't easy living in the AFC nowadays. I think if the Bills were in the NFC, they would be the favorites to win the Super Bowl. For sure. No doubt about that. Speaking of numbers, listen, folks, it's Friday. I know you're at the workplace. I know you're in the cubicle. I know you're at home, working from home, pretending to work from home. They are raising the fund on Friday, and we are also raising the fundraising for our friends at Hope Totes. Hope Totes' mission is to offer comfort and love-filled support in times of medical need. They provide bags for people who have to go to the hospital to take care of loved ones. They're fortunate enough to be networking this past week at the Vera Bradley Charity Golf Outing. So we're looking forward to hearing how that was for them, but you can get involved. You can contribute to our friends at Hope Totes. Go to their Instagram at Hope Totes Buffalo and see how you can get involved in impacting someone's happiness today. Very excited about that. I'm excited to work with Hope Totes and excited for our next segment. You boys ready for this one with FaceTime?
Uh-oh.
Sometimes,
let's do it.
sometimes it's not about a phone call. Sometimes it's not about a text message. Sometimes it's just about FaceTime. So in this segment, we're going to get some very popular folks on the line. We're going to be able to talk to them. So with that said, who do we have here first? We have me as Sean McDermott, boys. Thank you. Thank you for having me in.
Oh, welcome,
Oh,
Sean.
look at that,
Hey,
Sean.
it's
Oh,
Sean.
man,
Give it up.
It's a pleasure to see
Give it
you.
up. Bills coach for the last. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what do you
yeah,
got?
let's grill it.
Fire away. Fire away.
You know, yeah, he loves
All
the
right,
idea.
right off the top, right off the rip. You guys were pretty close, it seemed, for a little bit. You still talk to Nathan Peterman at all?
Yeah, I mean, Nathan, he's a professional who's been in this league a very long time. He's a guy who can always have insight. He's been with multiple organizations. So anytime we can gain perspective inside that building, that's always an opportunity that I'm excited about. Whether it's catching up with him on a personal basis or professional, always look forward to catch up with a former player.
Obviously, Nathan Peterman's not your current quarterback. Current quarterback's MVP Josh Allen. What do you say about, are you ever concerned that Josh is focused too much on golfing and not Super Bowls or playoff caliber of football?
Listen, Josh Allen is the least thing I'm concerned about in my life. I mean, there's not 13 seconds that go by in the world where I think about Josh Allen more than once. So it's very nice to have the MVP on the team. My focus, honestly, is how much I can clap it up. I'm worried that I'm not clapping up enough in the juncture between the first and the second quarter. So I'm going to look to get my numbers up there, and I hope that every member of this organization, when they clock in, all 53 members of that roster and in the offices, are always working to get better in that regard.
Thanks, Sean. So recently, you kind of went off in a press conference about how pissed off you were, your words, about how the national media represents Buffalo, how they talk about Buffalo. But I want to know what else, what's a pet peeve of yours off the football field? What really grinds your gears at home?
Oh, there's no bigger pet peeve than when I'm out and eating dinner and the server asks, are you interested in dessert? Of course I'm interested in dessert. Like, what are you talking about? Who's not interested in dessert? If you're not interested in dessert, you're not American as far as I'm concerned. So with that said, we appreciate Americans who love dessert. Nothing more patriotic than that. So to put that in the words, yeah, I get frustrated when I get asked if I'm interested in dessert. Of course I love chocolate mousse. Of course I love ice cream. I've replaced ice cream with meals before. That's a fact. But yeah, so that's one thing that grinds my gears.
What do you say to people that say you brought back the bucket hat?
Oh, I would say it was never gone. But shout out to my crew. If they want to say
Kelly.
that, listen, I'm going to let people do their talk outside the building, and inside my building, we're going to control the talk.
All right, Sean, one more question.
Okay, yep, one more.
Obviously a big clap guy,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Are you a clap after movies in the theater guy?
Oh, I'm a clap after a good trailer guy.
Are you
I'm
a-
a clap when the
Stands up
I'm a
after-
clap like I'm not a clap when the plane lands guy.
Oh,
I'm a
that's
clap
what
when
I
they
was-
tell them that we're preparing for landing. I'm trying to keep the unit moving. I'm trying to keep
Clap
the
during
moxie
takeoff?
going. I'm trying to keep a good takeoff. Are you kidding me? If we get in the air clean, no turbulence, I'm out of my seat clapping.
No, you don't
so
want to
yeah.
do that. Seatbelt sign's still on.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep my seatbelt clapped then.
There you go. Wow,
But,
wow.
no,
Great
thanks,
answer,
thanks,
Coach.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.
Coach.
All right,
Thank you,
let's
thank
fire him up. Let's FaceTime in. We got Don as Josh Allen.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, the MVP's in the building.
Wow, Josh,
Thank you, Josh. Josh, thanks
Yeah.
for taking the time real quick. I know it's a busy week. Do you ever get frustrated knowing that you can do it all, but football's a team sport?
Not at all. I depend on my guys, even if it all comes down to me. I never get frustrated at all. Always keeping a positive attitude. When you're going home with my new, beautiful, successful, rich wife, you can never get frustrated.
Now, we saw your comments on Sinners recently the other day. What are your comments on Lamar's reaction to being asked if he was snobbed of MVP?
Listen, Lamar, I mean, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Lamar's the center of attention this Sunday, much like Haley's the center of my attention back home, so I don't really, confidence is key in this league. And if he's a confident guy, doesn't take any shot at me. And I'm just looking forward to go out there and competing.
Speaking of competing, Josh, this is one that it's been all off season. Do you think that maybe people are fair to be questioning if you play too much golf?
Not at all. For the record, I walk every course. I don't use the cart. I carry my bags. I got to stay in shape. And I mean, someone's got to take Phil to the cleaners every night. He's not gambling on the books anymore. So someone's got to, take him on at the golf course.
Now, Josh, we know you're the surgeon because of how you use precision through the defenses. You refer to your O-linemen as the doctors. But can we get a shout out to the hardworking nurses in our community? Who are the nurses of your offense?
All the nurses, I mean, that's the whole staff behind everything going on at Highmark, everyone making things happen at the new stadium. I mean, I know everybody's name from our mail guy to the guys keeping the facilities clean, the water bottles. I mean, it's a whole team effort. And, sometimes I'm like, water bottle, scalpel, same thing. Whatever they're giving me, I'm taking, and it's a team effort.
Take the space that they can give you. What is your mail guy's name again, by the way? I forgot. Slick something?
Yes, Big Slick.
Yeah.
Big Slick.
Big
Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Slick Rick.
Big Slick Rick.
I guess he's got a new nickname.
I call him,
Shout out Slick Rick.
I call him Slick Rick.
You guys are on a more formal
I call
base.
him Big Slick.
Yeah,
so,
I got you.
All right,
biggest
Josh,
Slick.
thank you very much for taking the time. Appreciate it. I know the MVP, it's not easy to get here, so appreciate
Thanks,
that.
guys.
And last
Thanks,
but not
guys.
least, let's dial him up on the FaceTime. This one I'm super excited about.
Oh,
Billiam
my God.
J. Buffalo in the building. Here we go. Billy, 60th season here for the team. Obviously, last in the old stadium. Is there anything that maybe you're looking forward to taking out on your way to the new stadium across the street?
I'm looking forward to walking the players out of the tunnel, the old one, the new one, going across the street, grabbing some wings at Prohibition after the Dubs with the boys. I take it in every Sunday. This is just what I do, Maniac. I was born for this. The tail on my feather stands up every time I walk out of that tunnel. I get goosebumps all over. It's just a pleasure. I love representing this franchise.
Yeah, Billy. So, what's your off season like? Do you go into hibernation, like a bear? I don't really know. What does a buffalo do in the off season? Because I'm not gonna. I saw you at Shakir's pet adoption event last week. Seemed like you gained a few.
Are you kidding me, Don? Is that a serious question? Hibernation? You know this Billy never stops. Why would I ever think about laying down and sleeping? I have to be out in St. John Fisher for 2 weeks in the blazing heat, and you want to talk about hibernation? There's no time to hibernate. Yeah, I gained a few pounds because I'm not laying down and hibernating. I'm burning calories as I'm adding them because I'm toughening up for football season. Thank you very much. That's a disrespectful question. You know this, Billy never stops.
Billy, who was maybe some of your past favorite Bills? You said you enjoy running them out of the tunnel. Maybe who have been some of your past teammates that you've enjoyed working with in that regard?
Steve Tasker is obviously a big one of mine. He gave me pregame speeches that I'll never forget. He also belongs in the Hall of Fame. Big Phil, Jordan Phillips, is my guy, kind of because we represent the same size and girth of the Buffalo. So very happy he's back, and he brought his parka with him, so we're both going to be staying warm on the sidelines. But yeah, those are two of my all-time favorites.
I love that.
All right, Billy, I got one more for you. On the sideline, how do you figure out which section you're going to? How do you navigate it? Is there a system in place? Do you improv it? Do you have a playbook like a quarterback on your wrist? You're seeing what section is bringing the heat, which one needs to be pumped up a little more?
Thank you for asking, Don. I actually do have a playbook. You just can't see it under all the blue hair on my arm. Section, it's kind of a play-by-ear thing. Love the children. You got to give them photos. So children are the priority. Then next in line is the cute girls. If there's cute girls that want a photo with Billy Buffalo,
I knew it.
They're
I knew this
They're
about
gonna get
Billy.
it.
I knew
and
that.
then obviously families, diehard Bills fans. Everyone wants Billy. I was signing sunscreen bottles out at St. John Fisher, so it really doesn't matter. Everyone wants to see Billy. I'll get to them at some point in the section. Maybe after I make my way to the booze cart or something, then I'll get up in the stands. But the 300s, we'll get there later. It's all about the field rile at the time.
Billy, have you watched any film from last year? There were a lot of critics who were saying like you were constantly out of position, not at the right spot on the field. And let's face it, you are wearing a jersey at field level and finished last year with 0 stats across the board. Do you ever question about getting maybe more in the game?
No, I don't question it because it's a team effort, Sheldon. Listen, it was 0 degrees. I have the 0 on my jersey, and I put 0 stats on the board. But I bring endless amounts of happiness and positivity to Bills Mafia that would not exist during that drought era if it wasn't for me. You think J.P. Lossman was doing it all those years for the fans? No, they were showing up because Billy Buffalo was hyped. He knew that even though we were 0 and whatever, we had a chance of going on and making the playoffs that year. When everyone else didn't have a shot, they didn't believe in us, Billy always believed, and that's why I'm here, and I do what I do.
All right. Thanks for not making us feel like Owen. Thanks,
Billy's
Billy Buffalo.
jacked up.
Billy is jacked up. He's pumped up.
This is the first time anyone's ever let me talk, so I really had a lot to
Thank
get
you,
off
Billy.
my
So thank
chest.
you for sharing these words with
Thank
us.
you. Thanks,
no
thank you
problem.
for joining us on FaceTime. Billiam,
Thank you.
Buffalo.
We'll see.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, thanks for
clap it
having
up
me. We'll
for
see
Billy.
ya.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we'll see ya.
All right, folks. Moving on with our last act here of Trainwreck today, 9/5, September 5th. We have predictions with convictions. So we've been talking. There's been some talk in the back offices. We need punishments. We need predictions. We need punishments. Don, do you have any last-second thoughts in this regard? We consider you one of our more creative guys. We've been talking about maybe if two people get it wrong, then they have to wear a catcher's mitt to next Friday's show. We were thinking maybe
Catcher's mitt or a catcher's mask?
Catcher's mask.
Yeah.
Catcher's mask.
I love it. I was thinking about this morning. I was thinking about you this morning.
Oh, listen,
so I got
clip
something.
clip that.
I got something for us
not the first time.
specifically. Now, when I saw you were looking a little scruffy yesterday, and it made me think I've never seen Zach Sheldon with a beard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm clean cut. I'm a clean cut
and
guy.
I do have a beard. So, what
seen some
if we
fur.
did a little swap where I had to go clean shaven, and you had to grow your beard out until if there's a streak where you had to win.
All right, then how about this?
Slick too. He's got.
All right, so if my picks hit, then I can shave. If my
Yeah.
pick doesn't hit, then I can't shave going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until the next one.
All right, deal. Then I can't do it till I hit the next one. So for you, it's the opposite. You have to keep shaving until your pick doesn't hit. And then you
But
go
it can be
that the
gradual,
same
right? Like I
caliber?
can go down to a mustache with a soul patch. No soul patch, then clean.
yeah,
right?
take
I don't want to deny
If I
I
lose-
can't deny you a whole variance
But
of looks.
if
so
I
yeah.
lose like 2-3 in a row, then
Taking it
we're
all
clean.
off is
yeah.
a bit excessive.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
People
about
are gonna
you? Yeah, don't be always about yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys
Slick,
think?
Slick wants no part of it.
I think
like-
if Slick's pick doesn't hit, he just has to wake up at 7 a.m. every day.
Ooh.
So all you have to do is just wake up
That's
and just
good.
text Don and I that you're up.
And go back to sleep?
No. Then you have
Nope.
to text us 15 minutes later that you're still up. That's the part of it.
Is that just on studio days or like every day? Till the
We'll,
pick?
we'll make it just studio days so you can have some off days. I
cool.
don't want
I
to force you to wake up early every day.
I might as well just get up.
We
and
don't want you to
come in.
live a good lifestyle,
Yeah,
be healthy, have a good
appreciate it.
regimen.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
don't
it's-
want you to do that. We don't. So let's make sure you're sleeping in every other couple days. Let's make sure you're not too unslept.
All I'm saying is that my pick better hit this week then because that's going to be rough Monday after that Sunday night game if that comes to fruition.
Slick thought he was being punished by going to training camp every day. All right, so with that said, speaking of punishments, who are our dogs this week in college football? So these are our picks. You just had to pick a dog.
So
At any level of dog.
money line or spread?
Let's say
well?
money line.
Let's
Make it
go.
more interesting.
Okay, Don said he's got a juicy
Oh,
one,
man.
so I want him to go first because this money line is probably
This might
ridiculous.
change things a little
Oh,
bit.
jeez,
Gotta
Don,
go
come
money
on.
line.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? For our sanity, maybe we should
What
make
about-
it easier.
what
Let's
about-
go, let's go spread. Let's
What
go spread.
about spread you can do if it's double digits? If it's a double-digit spread. If it's less than double digit, you have to go money line.
Let's say 5 or more. 5 or more points you can do.
Okay,
spread.
but for what it's worth, I have so much confidence in this.
Oh, no.
I'm going on the money line too.
So he's
So, but he
I'm
has to get the
so
spread. He has to
confident.
have a spread
Yeah.
a cop
You know what? Fine, no spread.
Okay.
If this loses money line, we're going mustache next
right.
week.
What
Let's
do you
go.
got?
Wow, this is huge.
Interstate rivalry from our good friends
The
way
Bulls?
down south.
South Florida.
South Florida,
I
baby.
knew it.
We
Yeah.
got South Florida at Florida. Now, hear me out. USF. This is where all the kids, they have a chip on their shoulder. They didn't get in. They're not a Florida
golf
Gator.
course on campus.
Yeah. So they're
serious?
gonna have a chip on their shoulder. They're gonna come out. This is their Super Bowl
Is
to
that-
beat number 13 ranked Florida. This is like the rest of the season doesn't matter. They could lose every single game, but if they win this game, that's what matters. Now, hear me out with this too. Go on Florida's side. Their next 3 games: LSU, Miami, Texas.
Look ahead.
This is a
Look
major
ahead.
look-ahead
Look
spot
ahead
for
spot.
Florida. Now, this is huge. They're 18.5-point favorites.
That is significant.
Money line is plus 650, though. I think USF shocks the world and goes in and wins this game on the road. And it's not really on the road because, I mean,
It's on their road.
Yeah,
we're
you're
talking
right.
about a couple hours down the street.
We
Like,
are talking about a
you
couple
will
of
have,
for
like-
a dream matchup for those
And
fans.
You could have
I-
been at home and it would have been all Florida fans.
Yeah, and I love these interstate rivalries because anything can happen. I guarantee this is the Don guarantee that the spread hits. I guarantee that.
The Dreamboat
This is the
guarantee.
Dreamboat.
Holy smokes.
The D-Rex.
Holy, the
This is
D-Rex,
the Donnie-
D-Rex is out.
This is the Donnie Franny guarantini. Okay.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
That sounds like
I'm
something I could order for happy hour
I'm
after
already
the
blowing
show.
a .05 over here just
Yeah.
hearing about it.
I think they have a good chance to win outright too. So what do we feel about
I'm
that?
not going to be.
Let's go,
I
USF.
like that, and I think
You hate
I
it?
think
You love
you're
it?
courageous. I wouldn't
Courageous?
follow you into battle, but I would gladly watch and cheer you on.
I wouldn't,
Okay.
I
as you went
wouldn't
ahead.
swim in
It's
that.
episode 1. We got to
Fight
start
this-
out.
I would gladly cheer
Gotta
you on
start
as you
out
go
hot.
fight the
I
70.
don't
you
think
go
I
do
would
it.
swim in that gator-infested pond with
Yes.
you.
The pond I'm going into is one with cyclones in it, and I'm gonna be
Like a
I'm gonna be
cyclone.
a hawk. I am gonna go with Iowa money line going against the Cyclones, who have already picked up
Oh.
a couple big wins this season.
this is
Iowa. Yep, I'm going to the Tribal Chiefs school.
there you
Iowa.
go.
I'll take out on the money line.
Another
Iowa.
interstate rivalry.
Yes,
You gotta
listen,
feel
we're-
good about
I'm
that
in
too.
State.
Right, Iowa's the school where they all wave to
Intrastate.
the
Yes.
children. Yeah,
It's on the
gotta
road,
love that. Yeah, but love the tradition there.
Great
I'm
tradition.
gonna be kind of lame because I saw this as an underdog. I saw a couple as an underdog. One was a
what's new?
rat, so I stayed away. I'm gonna take Michigan on the road at Oklahoma. I think their
Wow.
run game's better.
No boomer sooner.
I think the defense is much more well-rounded. Oklahoma kind of had a walk in the park. I forget who their week 1 opponent was, something state. But this just doesn't feel right to me.
State Benton
Michigan.
College.
Yeah, right. Michigan a little higher on the rankings going into Oklahoma. I think they can get it done. It's a 5.5 spread plus 170 money line. 5.5 just feels a little too much to me. It could come back to bite me with a touchdown score, but if you show me that matchup every time, I'm going to take Michigan.
All of that.
All
All
right.
right. Our predictions with conviction are in. Real quick, as we wind it down on this Friday, on this Trainwreck Today Friday, let's talk some flashbacks. Slick, you queued up a couple of these. Do you want to maybe
Yeah, yeah.
do you want to maybe talk it out?
Yeah, let's do it. Should we do this all the sports ones first?
No.
I think there's
Do,
like
do
two
the one.
non-ones.
Do the one you added in. Do the
we're
one
doing-
you added
so
in.
we have we were researching hard because like this is a debut show. We want to make sure it's
Some-
good for all the viewers.
Not a lot of NFL action already at September 5th.
You don't have any Sabres throwbacks basically.
No
like
Sabres
camp
throwbacks.
is starting. That's
no
like your only
Sabres throwbacks,
throwback.
No Bison's moments from the 90s.
Absolutely not. Maybe I should have looked at. No, not even the Buffalo Braves would have been playing right now.
Nope.
So, first result that came for this day in history. I think I confirmed this is
Don't
in
judge.
Buffalo because the next day he was shot and killed in Buffalo. President William McKinley's last speech.
I mean,
given
unbelievable.
on September
Unbelievable.
5th. Forget the year exactly, but on this date.
Yeah.
Sometime,
So that's
sometime ago.
McKinley,
And then-
obviously, which is a famed part of Buffalo history. A little bit more famous recently, 32 years ago, the Bills opened with a 38-14 victory over the Patriots. Jim Kelly had 167 yards passing before passing touchdowns. So he was definitely like choosing the right time to find the end zone there, Don.
That's I mean that's a phenomenal one. Not this day in history, but you were telling me earlier 9-5. Who's 9-5?
Oh no.
Bring him
Kyle,
up. Bring him
Get
up.
him up here. Kyle Williams
Our
Day.
guy.
Yeah.
Fond memories with 95.
So you get everyone when either now on your lunch break, when you get off work, you better listen to that Kyle Williams speech and watch the video when we make the playoffs.
Deep water.
Yeah, we might get a little misty-eyed, or we'd be putting it up now, but I don't want to send the whole studio into tears.
Yeah, D line coach with LSU now, I believe. Kyle Williams signed on. He kind of snubbed me when I interviewed him at the Stars. Legends and
taking care
Stars
of
event.
business.
Said, yeah, I might be involved with my son's like high school team in a capacity. Next week signs.
He's at Bill's practice, right?
Next week
LSU.
signs
Oh, yeah.
with
He did
with
snub you.
LSU. So that's all good. I get he was trying to keep it on the DL. This day also in Buffalo sports history, UB opening their season at UTEP, the Sun Bowl.
UTEP?
Yes.
Did you just call UTEP UTEP?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a thing. UTEP, is that like
Oh,
a mortal
yeah.
sin,
Oh,
spelling
yeah.
it out?
UTEP.
Kind of like
Yeah.
when I messed up Weber with Taron Johnson.
That's right, Weber.
35, yeah, I said Weber.
There's no
right?
messing it up with you though. That's the right way. You only do it the right way.
Yeah, I don't care what the right way is.
Exactly.
35,000 at the Sun Bowl for that one.
That's pretty unbelievable. You'd be
Yeah.
winning in front of a crowd like that for sure.
And that many people in attendance for a UB season opener.
The Bulls were going nuts. The Bulls had their home opener in front of the new scoreboard
Yep,
this
St.
weekend
Franny's
against
tomorrow.
St. Franny's. We will be at Rally on the River at Riverworks. So that'll be the spot to be. We've got WGR kicking off at 10 a.m. We've got all kinds of live shows, vendors, attractions. Then, of course, you have the Bills Mafia boat parade going right through there. And then where better to after party than, again, at our friends at Riverworks. Let's enjoy the rest of that college football Saturday and get ready for a big week one Bills Eve on that September 6th. So hope to see you guys and folks there tomorrow. For our folks here, our fine team and working in the background as well. Don, Slick, myself, let's have a great rest of our Friday, and most importantly, a good day now.
Go Bills.